I remember it just like yesterday. Our Prius was loaded to the top, and we squeezed in. Felix in the passenger seat, I in the driver's seat, and Sigrid, my wife, in the back. Well, it was that magical day. We went to New York City. We unloaded everything, helped make the bed in the dorm, get the clothes in the closet, get whatever items in the kitchen, and then came that time. And it was hard for us to leave. So we hugged, we said goodbye, and we took off very fast, even though we wish to have walked backwards, because it was so hard for us as parents to let go. That's the situation in which Jesus and his friends are. Both of them, Jesus and his friends, are aware. We'll be gone. Jesus will be gone. You'll be without Jesus. And hey, they had quite a ride they'd been through. Everything from the fishing adventures to the healings to the travel trips to Jerusalem. So they've been through it. And you can also imagine they've been through heaven and hell together. And that's what bonded them so closely. So to say goodbye after such a journey, after having bonded and you feel like heart and soul, you're one heart and one soul, it's hard to part. So what Jesus says, I will make my home with you. I'll be gone, but I will make my home with you. That means your heart, your soul, your whole being will be the place, that nest or that pouch or whatever image we use for that, where Jesus will live in them and with them. And in and through the parting, the advocate, the Spirit, the comforter, Sophia, God's wisdom, will come and be with you. So you see, in the separation, in the parting, something opens, a split, a break, whatever you call it, and that creates an openness for something to grow from, for something to be planted in that place. We've all been through transitions, haven't we? Like dropping off the kids, first day of daycare. It's harder for the parents than for the kids often, isn't it? Just go, say the caretakers, just go. Oh, can I let go? Yes. Or the first time they have the driver's license and they drive off, and you're not beside them, you feel like, I hope they don't hurt themselves too badly if something happens. One of those moments of parting was when we left Germany for the United States with our family. And it was that my parents had just moved close to us, to be close to us, to the grandchildren, just to be there. It wasn't long afterwards that we decided, well, we're going to move. Big step to leave behind Germany, our roots, our home country and all, and to move to the US, to a congregation in Virginia. So with great trepidation, I walked to my mom and to my dad and said, we're going to move. And it was the greatest gift that my mother gave me and us as a family, that she said, I bless you. Go wherever you go. And she released us. She let us go. She let us free. What she did not do is cling, hold on, and say, what a disappointment you are, or I wish you would have stayed, or some of that. She gave us the freedom. And if you remember one single thing about today, that love always comes with freedom. Freedom is the other side of love. Because when you cling and hold on, it's about you, what's in it for you, your fear, and so on. When you give freedom and love in and through the transitions, that's one of the greatest gifts you can give to any of your relatives, to your friends, and so on. So it can be terrifying and can be hard to let go, and especially in these transitions. I remember a son telling me about his dad when he was at high school graduation, and he said, I remember clearly my dad saying, I don't mind what you become, what you'll do with your life, just do it great, become a good one. Whether you're a plumber, become a good plumber. Whether you'll turn out a mason or a truck driver, become a good one. And when you become a bum, become a good one, a great one. Yeah. There was some freedom in that. You know what? Whatever you are meant to become, that's what it is about. Not what someone else wants you to become. That's where the freedom comes in. And sometimes when it feels too tight, we feel like we have to break out of those shackles. We feel like our souls, our inner beings call us to be free from the containment, from the confinement. So whatever you are meant to become, and our becoming is never ended, we're never done. Always growing, always opening up. So in and through that, breathing and opening up, may you sense that you're not on your own. Now, we visited with my parents after we came to the US and always had a beautiful time. And often on the phone when we spoke, and especially during my mother's later years, she expressed and said, I'm longing for you to visit. I'm yearning for you. She was really missing us. And so did we miss her. So whenever we visited, we had the hugs, we had the kisses, we had the I love you too, and we had our parting. But the longing, this yearning of living and parting ways and living in different spaces and growing in different ways, that is where love grew. You may remember the world-famous poet Rumi. Rumi had a soul mate, a soul friend, Shams. And they were just one heart and one soul, connected. Just, it was a heavenly relationship. Well, overnight, Shams disappeared. No one knows what happened. Did some robbers get him? Shams disappeared. Well, you can imagine what that does with someone. Your heart breaks, you're grieving, your world is falling apart. And that happened with Rumi. Well, in the process of that yearning, that longing in his heart became fuller and richer and became the fire and the fertile soil from which his divine poetry sprung. Love grows where the pain of separation creates longing and yearning. Love is born where the pain And the suffering and the hurting of separation creates yearning and longing. That's where love grows.